from where you at. I came here for vengeance, watch your back. No need to defend, I'm on attack. Sorry they can't reply, but I guarantee they had a blast. Pop, 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 I be on the next only, yeah, I am fresh to death.
Good morning, good morning. I hope everyone is having a great Wednesday so far. Just kidding, kind of started over here. I took it a little bit easy this morning. I didn't do cardio and slept in a little bit. Just felt like I needed it, especially with this weekend kicking off the excessive amount of travel that I have for the second half of the year. This weekend is a fun trip, going down to Houston, seeing my girlfriend. We're going to see Shane Gillis, and then we've got some shoots with Labrada. So we'll do some fun stuff this weekend, and then the weekend after that, it's just like work every other weekend. So lots and lots of travel. But let's get on to what you are here for. It is time for week 6 check-ins. So obviously, 5th check-in here, you can see from the very first one, 234 down to 226, okay? This is the 5th time I've submitted, but this is the 6th week because I didn't do a check-in on the week that I got sick, which was the very first week of this cut here. And really, really happy with kind of what I'm seeing right now and how things are going, but not satisfied. So I'm just going to go ahead and walk through all this. So I feel absolutely amazing. Like I've said this a few times to a number of different people, and I know I've said it on here a number of times. Y'all are going to find out my real fatal flaw that I'll just repeat myself a lot and say the same things over and over, thinking that I haven't said it before. Sorry. But yeah, so I feel really good. Sleep has been amazing. Energy has been amazing. Strength has been amazing. My ability to output has been amazing. Like my brain feels like it is really firing on all cylinders while I'm going through this process. So this is really fucking good. I'm very happy with this. Now, I slept until 7 today. I woke up at like 4 this morning, kind of tossed and turned until like 5:30. I got up to pee, and that was like, I'm going to sleep till 7. So not the best sleep in the world last night, but not the worst either. I hit my low day the day prior. Training is definitely progressing. I'm getting a lot stronger. Things feel really good. No pain, no injuries, nothing like that. A little bit of an Achilles kind of irritation early in the week, but it seems to be fine now. This past Saturday, I had Chick-fil-A with my son. So I took him to that dinosaur thing. I think I've already said this, but we went to, we were going to go to In-N-Out, and he kept saying he didn't want In-N-Out, so I suggested Chick-fil-A, and he was like, yes. So we had Chick-fil-A on Saturday, and still managed to lose weight. I had a little minor spike in weight right after, but then it came right back down very quickly, so body is moving through that very well, and very excited about this, getting Classic Physique Radio up and rolling, and getting that opportunity to highlight the Classic Physique category and get to just shine a light on some more of the competitors, more than just like the top 10. So this is how things look this week. I'm happy with this. Definitely moving in a positive direction. You'll see that I finally got rid of at least my torso body hair. I didn't get rid of my leg hair. I don't like having bald legs. It just feels weird, especially when you put on pants. Midsection is definitely tighter. Side of the leg is definitely tighter. Just standing here, like I'm liking how things are shaping up and moving. So the last week I only had my front and back relaxed, but this week I did both sides and will continue to do so. This is honestly like I'm not flexing this side very well, but this is honestly the best this quad has ever looked. And even looking at like the other pictures from last week, which I'll show in a minute, like I've never seen my quads that separated, like all the way down without like being deep in a deficit. So I'm very happy with this, and I like how my vacuum is coming along. I probably should start putting in some vacuums into my days. I think it would help out a good bit here. And look, I finally hit my side chest well. Like for whatever reason, I was just not able to do it for a long time there. This pose has always been one of my stronger poses, but it's interesting to look at this now because it's like, with this having been one of my best poses, now I don't like it anymore. My rear delt doesn't pop quite as much. My arms are definitely bigger than my shoulders. My chest doesn't have the same thickness, but that's just the nitpicky side of this. As of where I am in the context of the fact that I'm not competing anymore and haven't been trying to put on size in 2 years almost, I'm happy with how this looks. Side tri looks good. The biggest thing here is I'm just very, very flat. Like everything looks fine. Like I'm definitely seeing more definition through my legs. Definitely seeing a lot of that kind of coming through in my legs. And my legs tend to want to come in quick, which I know is quite the opposite for a lot of people. But my legs want to come in fairly quick, and everything else wants to lag. You know, but even just relaxed here, I can see that like midsection looks a little bit tighter. The projection of my core, you can see it kind of sits out here, is just from that mesh that I have from my hernia surgery in 2021, 2022, 2021, I believe. But overall, like it still seems like I'm moving in a positive direction here. But I did go ahead and make some changes that I'll show you guys here in a bit. The biggest thing to me here is that, like I said, I'm just very flat. So there's not a lot of like extra pop and detail to the physique right now. But that doesn't matter. Like I'm not worried about how full I can be and how good I can look. I'm worried about how fucking lean can I get. And in order to get lean, like I have to be flat. This is kind of what I was talking about here with my quads. Like especially this side of my quad has never gotten all the way down there. Like I've just never been able to get it to kind of go all the way down to the knee. So the fact that it's doing it now is like, well, fuck, I'm onto something. I'm not flexing it as well here. But still happy with what I'm seeing. Why does it keep fucking going back to those pictures? But yeah, like side leg is looking better. The hamstring into the glute is looking better. Obviously you can't see it here. I'm posing this a lot better. My midsection looks better. Just the biggest thing again is just I'm a little bit flatter today than I was this past week. But overall, very happy with the trajectory I'm going on, but with only having, with being halfway through now, it's time to drop that hammer a little bit more and really dig this thing out. Cause I want to get in it, like this is good, but it's not as good as I want it to be, you know? If we go back to like the very first August 22nd. Okay. Yeah. My brain just fucking farted so hard on that. But if we look at this here, obviously like there was a lot of body hair, that kind of thing, but I've definitely made progress forward from then, especially with like relearning how to pose, which has been very interesting. But midsection is definitely tighter. My quads, again, I talked about this earlier. You can see the shadow here where it's coming off to the side. There's just a little bit of light projecting this direction, which allows to be able to see a little bit better. But definitely like less body fat along the midsection, better vacuum here on this. Let's go to side chest. Side chest, like leg is tighter and looks a little bit bigger. Midsection looks tighter. I'm also posing it better, which is a big win. Looking at this one here, midsection has changed quite a bit. You can see how much more it's kind of sitting out here. I'm flexing my quads really well here. Very happy with that. And then back, if I click the right photo, back is definitely getting tighter. Hamstrings are like you can see across the IT band here how much tighter it is to the hamstring. There's definitely some loss off the lower back here, so we're definitely moving in a positive direction. But I want to speed this up a little bit. So I already told you guys that I bumped cardio from 40 minutes to 45. Still keeping that for 5 days a week. I am going to remove that split just because I have been enjoying doing it all at once here recently. Supplements are going to be changing very slightly here. I'm getting close to the end of what I have AOD wise, and I'm planning on putting in, I had been planning on putting in 5-amino the whole time. So once this runs out, 5-amino will go in, and then I have some carnitine and a couple other things on the way that actually are arriving today. So I'm very excited about that. And then if I go back over here, this is where low day food was prior. So 3,000 calories, 300 grams of carbs, 95 grams of fat on training days or non-training days. And then on training days, 317 grams of carbs and 79 grams of fat. So all I did today was pull carbs down in each meal by about 15 grams. It's actually closer to like 12 or 13 because this was like each one of these was like around 75 grams of carbs, and we're at 62 on all of them pretty much. So about a 300 calorie drop on the low days in general. On both, there, like I've said before, on my training days, fats are a little bit lower and carbs are a little bit higher. And then on rest days, fats are a little bit higher and carbs are a little bit lower, but the total calorie amount is still in the 2700s. So a very minimal difference of 30 calories here. that's not going to make the biggest difference in the world, so I'm not really that stressed about it. So all I did was pull carbs down. So rice cakes went from 75 grams to 50 grams. Rice here went from 130 to 90. Rice here on rest days went from 200 to 160. Post-workout went from 100 to 90, so very minimal change as far as that one is concerned. And then this here went from 70 to 60 and from 20 to 10. So that's the only changes I'm going to make, and that should make a pretty fucking good drop here. This should push me along pretty well because my body was already cruising. The average will be a little bit lower than 226 right now, 226.8, because I was 226 this morning. But I want to see this speed up a little bit. So you can see from the last week, my average was 227. Now it's 226. It's just barely under 227. So that rate of change has slowed down a little bit. And even from the week prior, it was just 1 pound difference. So, and then compared to the other weeks, it was like 3 pound difference, that sort of thing. So, I want to continue to see that 2 pounds a week come off. By the time the 12 weeks is done, I would like to see 24 pounds have come off of me. So my start weight was 234. I'd like to be around 210. So that means I have another 16 pounds to go with 5.5 weeks. So I've got to get this rolling. Now, the interesting thing here is, like, I most definitely have recomped a good bit here and put on some muscle mass. I can feel it. I can see it. I can tell that, like, my body at 226 pounds doesn't feel like it has in the past at 226 pounds. Like, aside from when I was competing, the last time I was this low in weight, I felt scrawny. I felt tiny. I didn't feel like I was lifting, that kind of thing. I feel big right now. And, like, that's why I've been enjoying wearing tank tops and stuff. It's like I feel really good, and I'm going to, like, I realized how quickly your enjoyment of your own physique can just disappear. So while I like it right now, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to wear the tank tops, and I'm going to fucking take my shirt off at the gym and all that stuff. So going to definitely see more of that. Enjoy this while I still have it, But yeah, I'm definitely recomping. So some of the fact that, like, I'm not dropping more weight is because I'm also putting on muscle tissue at the same time, because my strength is going up. Like, everything feels really good. All metrics are going in the right direction. So while it might not be an exact, like, 1-to-1, I am losing 2 pounds a week, whatever, I am making progress forward in my body composition, and that's kind of what matters here. So, and again, like, I'm not running some massive cycle. I'm not running all these different compounds. I'm running very, very mild amount of stuff because, like, my longevity and my overall health matters way more than how fucking shredded I can get. I'm going to see how shredded I can get with the tools that I have provided with myself, but I'm not going to run clen. I'm not going to run thyroid. I'm not going to run any more harsh compounds. I'm not going to do any of that other stuff that would get me like a show day look. Like, this is not show day cutting. This is not getting ready for a competition. And I kind of have to remind myself that, because any other time I've cut in the past has been for shows, except for one photo shoot that I did. So I have to change my expectations of what this is going to ultimately end up looking like, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to not push as hard as I absolutely can to get as much body fat off as I can. So that's really all I have to say today. I'm going to quit rambling now. So I will see you guys on the next one. Tomorrow, I am leaving to go to Houston at the end of the day. So I'll probably end up recording that to kind of show you guys how I prepare to be gone for a week or gone for a weekend. And I'm staying with my girlfriend, so we'll probably end up hitting the store and getting a couple things. So now is really when this vlog shows you guys how we adapt and move forward when life has a lot of, like, when you're out of your normal routine. So I'm going to show you guys how I travel, how I plan ahead, how I make sure that I have everything I need in order to still continue to make progress forward while I'm not here at home. So that'll be a lot of fun to show you guys. Alrighty, see you guys on the next one.